everybody. Today we're going to talk about one of the elements of art, and that is value. So, what is value in art? Value defines how light or dark a given color or hue can be. So, here's an example that I have to show you. And this is the gradient scale. So on the left where it says 1, it's the darkest and the lightest is 9. And it gradually just gets lighter and lighter and lighter. And you can achieve this by using your pencil. And it depends on how hard you press down on a pencil, a crayon, a marker. The harder you press down, the darker your color is going to be. And here's an example of a piece of artwork that somebody did using value. So you can notice on some of those shapes, it gets darker and then it gets lighter on some parts. And the background is really dark and some in the front are really light. So we're going to get started. So all you need is a pencil and a piece of paper and some crayons or colored pencils or markers. It's up to you what you want to use. Now, the first thing we're going to draw is a circle in the middle of our paper. And we are actually going to draw a turkey because it's almost Thanksgiving time. So that's going to be our turkey's body. You're going to draw 2 lines coming up for the turkey's neck. And then a circle on top for the head. A triangle coming out the side to show its beak. And an eye. And then right under its beak, you're going to draw kind of this wavy line. And that's to show the skin underneath the beak. And I'm going to draw the feet. So it's these 2 kind of curved rectangle lines that go in and come back out. And the bottom of the feet are going to be sort of triangular. And they have points to them. Now, coming out of each side, we're going to make our feathers. And the feathers are kind of like this oval shape, but at the top they have this little point at them. And you're going to do them all the way around the back of the turkey, even right behind the head. So now I'm going to get my colors ready. You can use whatever colors you want. I'm going to use some Thanksgiving colors. So I'm using orange, red, yellow, brown. And then I'm going to use blue and green for my background for the grass and the sky. But you can use whatever colors you'd like. So when you start out coloring, I want you to start out at the bottom of the feather closest to the turkey's body, and you're going to press down really, really hard with the crayon so that you really get that nice bright color. And then as you color in the rest of the feather, as you go out towards the tip of the feather, you're going to press down lighter and lighter and lighter. And you can already notice how it's gradually changing the hue of that color. So I'm doing it lighter and lighter, and I'm going to go over it just so it blends really well. But right at the bottom of that feather, closest to the body, that's where you want it to be the darkest. So I'm going to go lighter and lighter. You can already see it. It's gradually getting lighter. And this may take a couple times. You might have to go over it a couple times to get it just the way you want it. So I'm going to even go over it again so it just blends in a lot better. And I got my first leaf done. Now I'm going to use some orange. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to start off really, really dark, closest to my turkey's body. And as I go back on that feather, it's going to get lighter and lighter because I'm pressing down harder when I'm closer to the turkey than when I go further away. I'm holding the crayon a lot lighter and I'm not adding as much color to my paper. And like I said, you might have to go over it a few times to get that just right so that it blends perfectly. Now I'm going to go to my next color, which is yellow. And you're doing the same thing, guys, on every single feather. You're going to start off dark. You hold your crayon towards the paper. You want to really press down on that crayon. And then as you go back to the end of the feather, you're going to hold it lighter and lighter and lighter so that it gradually changes the color and makes it lighter. Alright guys, so now that I've finished doing all of my feathers and showing the value scale in each of my feathers, I'm going to go ahead and color in the rest of my turkey. So you can use whatever colors you want. Like I said, I'm making mine brown because I want to use festive colors, but it's totally up to you what you want to do for turkey. So I'm going to fast forward to the end and see the final results.